lecture we have seen what is a determinant, what is the value of a determinant, as well as the order of the determinant. So today we are going to do the properties of determinant. These properties are very important. Let's see. So the property 1 says the value of the determinant remain unchanged. It will not change if both rows and columns are interchanged. So both rows and columns are interchanged between means that rows will become columns and column will become rows. Let's see. So here my column, here the column is, the elements of column 1 is A1, A2, A3. So interchange 1, 2, 3 in negatives or anything, then its value of new determinants get multiplied by k. So it's saying कि अगर हम एक रो और एक या फिर किसी कॉलम के एलिमेंट्स को एक कांस्टेंट के साथ मल्टीप्लाई कर देते हैं, लेट इट बी k, then the value of the determinant get multiplied by the number that we have multiplied. Let's see. Here is one example. Its determinant is, the value of the determinant is 17. Now I have multiplied row 2 by 3. मैंने उसके सारे एलिमेंट्स को 3 के साथ मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया. Now I got a new determinant. Now I find its value and the value comes out to be 51. The earlier value was 17. When I have multiplied by 3, the value comes out to be 51. You can see that 17 into 3 is 51. 17 times 3 is 51. हमने जिस कांस्टेंट के साथ मल्टीप्लाई किया था, here my k was 3. So the value of the new determinant comes out to be k into the original value. In the similar way, if you have multiplied it by -1, तो मेरे पास वैल्यू आ जाती -17. -2 के साथ करते तो -34. अगर हम 2 के साथ करते तो the value of the new determinant would have been 34 and so on. So in the similar way, there are some remarks related to this also. If we have multiplied with some constant, we can also take out the constants outside. Let's see. Using this property, we can take out the common factor from any one row or column of the given determinant. Let's see. I have this determinant here. I can see that all the elements of row 3 are multiples of 8. So the common factor among the 3 are 8. So I can write my matrix as 8 into 1, 8 into 2 and 8 into 3. जैसे हमने यहाँ पर 3 के साथ मल्टीप्लाई करके एक नया मैट्रिक्स बनाया था, यहाँ पर हम 8 कॉमन फैक्टर है तो मैं 8 को बाहर निकाल सकती हूँ. अपने पूरे डिटर्मिनेंट फ्रॉम द होल डिटर्मिनेंट आई कैन टेक आउट 8 because it was a common factor in one of the rows. In the similar way, अगर ये कॉलम में भी कॉमन फैक्टर होता तो हम उसको बाहर निकाल सकते थे. Now you can see that two rows, that is first row and your third row is similar. So I need not find its determinant. I can simply write it as the value of the determinant as 0. Let's see this property once again. So the property was saying अगर मैं किसी भी कांस्टेंट के साथ मल्टीप्लाई कर दूं k, किसी भी एक रो को या फिर एक कॉलम को, तो मेरा जो न्यू डिटर्मिनेंट आएगा that will be k into older value. So here I multiplied it with 3. So the new value came as 51 because earlier was 17, which is 3 times the older value. In the similar way, जैसे हम किसी नंबर्स को मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हैं, ऐसे हम नंबर्स को डिटर्मिनेंट में से बाहर भी निकाल सकते हैं. यहाँ पर मुझे सब में एक कॉमन फैक्टर दिखाई दे रहा था 8. So I can take out 8 as a common factor from the determinant. And as two rows were similar, so the value of determinant is 0. Let's see property number 5. Property number 5 says if sum of all elements of rows or column of a determinant are expressed as sum of two terms. अगर कोई भी रो या फिर कॉलम दो टर्म्स के सम में एक्सप्रेस होती है, then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of two determinants. Let's see this example and then we will read the definition again. If you can see the first example, here my determinant row 1 is written as sum of two terms. It was saying if it is expressed as the sum of two terms, that it's very simple. So I will take the first terms and will write it like this. I will take the second term and will write the second determinant. I will take the third term, that is Z1, Z2, Z3. I will write the third determinant. It's very simple. We have just done कि अगर दो sums में लिखा है term, we will take the first terms B1, A1, B1, C1. I will write the first determinant. The other two rows or columns will remain unchanged. ये जो दो columns थे वो हर एक में same आ रहे हैं and they are not changed. Similarly ये वाली जो दो rows थी they are same, they are not changed. Only the terms are expressed as two determinants. I can simply then find the value of determinant 1, value of determinant 2, and then I can add the values. So this was my fifth property. Let's see the sixth property. So the sixth property says if the constant multiples of corresponding element of other rows are added to every element of any row or column of the determinant, then the value of determinant remains the same. And if I have to apply the operation, I will apply it like this. Let's see the definition may sound very confusing, but when we will see the example, it's pretty simple. So it was saying if a constant multiple of corresponding elements of other rows are added to every element of any row or column. Constant multiply of a corresponding elements of other rows. Let's see. So when I have to apply the operation, I will first write to which row or column I am applying the operation. For example, here I am applying it to R1. Then I will put an arrow sign. Arrow sign will tell us the operation lag kya raha hai. Here if I am saying that the operation is going to R1, that means the two rows will remain unchanged. Row 2, row 3 will not change, only row 1 will change. Then I have put an arrow sign which will indicate what kind of operation we are applying. Second, we are doing R1 में हमें constant k को multiply कर रहे हैं और R3 add कर रहे हैं. That means we are adding R1 and R3 and we are multiplying the constant k with R3. If you will see, it will look like this. So only the first row is changed. Rest two rows are unchanged. Why? Because I have only applied my operation to R1. Next I said R1 में मैंने k R1 को प्लस किया k R3 के साथ. R1 का एलिमेंट फर्स्ट एलिमेंट क्या था A1, इसका क्या था A3. So it will be A1 plus k A3. Second will be B1 plus k B3. Third will be C1 plus k C3. So this is how my determinant will look like. Now we will use the previous property. Now you can see that they are written in the sum of two terms. I will divide it into two determinants. First element उठाया, पहले determinant बना दिया. Second element उठाया, second determinant बना दिया. If you will see, I can take out the common factor k from here. Now if you will see, my first row and third row are same. So if my two rows are same, the value of the determinant will become 0. So here my determinant will become like an original determinant. There is no change. So this was the general proof of the property. Let's see one of the examples. So I have a determinant here and its value comes out to be -8. Now I have multiplied my row 1. First of all I have applied the operation on R1. तो मेरी सिर्फ रो 1 चेंज होगी, रो 2 और रो 3 सेम रहेंगे. Second, I have multiplied my R2 by 2 and I have added in row 1. Let's 1 है. In the similar way, second 2 plus twice of 2. Third element will be 3 plus twice of 0. So the determinant will look like this, and if we will find its value, it comes out to be -8, which proves that even if we are multiplying it with any constant only to the one row, and we are adding the corresponding rows or column to it, the value of determinant remains same. Now let's read the definition once again. We will get some clue. If the constant multiple of corresponding element, तो constant multiple वहां पर क्या था? k, of corresponding element of other rows are added. यहाँ पर other row क्या थी? constant multiple के साथ other row R3 मैंने add की. To every element of any other row or column of the determinant. Other row के साथ R1 के साथ मैंने ऑपरेशन लगाया. Then the value of determinant remain the same. तो जो determinant की value है वो हमने देखा हमेशा क्या रहेगी? Same रहेगी. This was -8, so this was also -8. Now let's see what is the diagonal of a determinant. Diagonal, we usually know the diagonals क्या होते हैं, जो इस तरह होते हैं और इस तरह होते हैं. They are known as the diagonals. So let's read the definition first. The diagonal of a determinant A is collection of entries of elements A, I, J, where I is equals to J. जब भी मेरे पास इन दोनों की वैल्यूज इक्वल हो जाएंगी, जैसे A11, A22, A33, तो जितने भी एलिमेंट्स वो होंगे वो मेरे डायगोनल एलिमेंट्स होंगे. So here if I will see, so A11 में मेरे I और J की वैल्यू सेम है. A22 में मेरे I और J की वैल्यू सेम है. A33 में मेरे I और J की वैल्यू सेम है. So the diagonal this side will be the elements of diagonal. So A11, A22, A33 are the elements of my diagonal. Second, this will not be my diagonal. A13, A22, A31. ऐसे मैं diagonal नहीं बनाऊंगी. The diagonal will always be this side. Why? Because in this side the elements are 1 and 3. They are not equal. But my definition says the position I and J should be same. Here it's 1 and 3. So therefore the diagonal will be always in this position. So the last property says that if all the elements of a determinant above or below the diagonals are 0, we have seen the diagonal. अगर diagonals के ऊपर और नीचे सारे elements 0 हो जाते हैं, then the value of the determinant is equal to the product of the diagonal element. तो जो determinant की value आएगी, we will simply do the product of the diagonal elements. Let's see how. Here you can see I said either above or below. So this is the example of below and this is an example of above. इसमें क्या है, जितने भी नीचे हैं elements वो सारे 0 हैं. इसमें क्या है, जितने भी elements ऊपर थे diagonal के, so this is my diagonal and these are the elements which are above the diagonal, ये सारे 0 हैं. So this is my diagonal. All the numbers that are below are zeros. If I have to find the determinant, it will be simply the product of my elements. Let's see one example. Here all the elements above the diagonal. So the diagonal elements here are 3, 4 and 2. So to find the determinant, I will simply write 3 into 4 into 2, which is 24. So the answer of my determinant will be 24. Let's see some of the examples related to the property that we have done. So the first question says, without expanding the determinant, we have to evaluate the values. So students, here, first of all, we will use properties that we have done. We can take out a common factor from the determinant. We can multiply any of the constant k or any other number with the determinant. The value of the determinant does not change. We will use such properties and we will evaluate without expanding. So students, here hidden trial methods are used. So students, here you just have to observe the determinant very carefully and then evaluate it. So students, this is a simple one. Here I know that I can take out x common from here. Moreover, I can take out 3 common from here. So this can be written as 3x into 2, 3x into 3 and 3x into 4. So I can take out 3x common from row 3. So it will become 2, 3 and 4. It was a very simple, we simply observed it. We can see the common factors here. So now after taking out the common factors, you can see this row 3 and this row 1 is identical. And we know through the property that if the 2 rows are identical, we can simply write the value of the determinant as 0. So the value comes out to be 0. Let's see the second example. So the determinant is 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 65, 75, 86. So students, here we can see the column C3 here that have bigger numbers and column 2 have some smaller and column 3 have more smaller numbers. So we will use a hidden trial method. We will just try to see if we will subtract 2 rows or subtract 2 columns, if we are getting any number or not. If we multiply the certain numbers with rows and columns, are we getting our answer or not? So students, okay, so some of the operations we can do is, they don't have any common factor. Let's see, 65, 75, they have 5 as a common factor and 86, it is an even number, so 5 is a common nahi. Even they don't have any common factor, even the column 1 don't have any common factors. Moreover, so let's see, if we multiply any of the column, are we getting the answer or not? Let's see, I am saying I am applying the operation on column 2 such that I am multiplying 9 with column 2. So the equation will become, so the determinant will become 7 9s are 63, 7 8s are 72, 9 9s are 81. Students, now you can see clearly I have done this because now I know that if I will subtract these 2 columns, it will become 2. 72 minus 75 will become 3. 81 minus 86 will become 5. And this column and this column will become identical, which means the value of determinant will be 0. So here I am applying the operation on C3. How I am applying the operation? I am saying the C3 minus C2. I am subtracting C3 and C2. So C1 will remain same, C2 will remain same, and C3. C65, this will be 3, this will become 2, this will be 3, and this will be 5. So now 2 columns have become identical here. Therefore, the value of determinant is 0. doing it, so we have extended the quotient in 2 steps. We can also do this quotient in 1 step. What I can do is, I can multiply this with C3 and I can subtract it from, I can multiply 9 by C2 and then I can subtract it from C3. But I will suggest to do it in the initial step, to do it in the 2 steps. So when you will get more practice of such quotients, then you can simply solve it in 1 step. So let's see the C part. Again, we have to solve the determinant without expanding. So students, again we will observe the determinant very carefully and see what numbers we can subtract, what common factors we can take out and stuff like that. If you will observe carefully, 2014 and 2017 has a difference of 3. 2020 and 2023 has a difference of 3. 2023 and 2026 also have difference of 3. So if I will subtract this column 1 from column 2, I will get 3, 3 and 3. तीनों में जो difference आ रहा है वो 3 का आ रहा है. So I am applying the operation on column 2. So what is the operation? I am subtracting column 2 from column 1. मैं column 2 में से column 1 को subtract कर रही हूँ. So column 1 will remain same. Column 2 will remain, column 2 will change. So 2014 minus 17 is 3, 2020 minus 23 is 3, 2023 minus 26 is 3. Now I can see that इन तीनों में से column C में से 3 common factor बाहर आ सकता है. Now this column 3 and column 2 are identical, therefore the value of my determinant becomes 0. So this is how we solve the determinants without expanding. Let's see another question. It says if this determinant is equals to 0, I have to find the value of x. Now there is no such condition that we can't expand the determinant. But students, if you will expand this determinant as such, it will be very difficult for us to solve. So first of all, we will use the properties and make this determinant in the simpler form, and then in last we will expand it. Let's see how. And the value of determinant is equals to 0. If you will observe column wise, all the columns have same elements. Like अगर ये तीनों elements में 4 plus x है, 4 minus x है, 4 minus x है, इसमें भी 2 4 minus x है, एक 4 plus x है, इसमें भी 2 4 minus x है और एक 4 plus x है. In the similar way, the row 1 also have 2 4 minus x and 1 4 plus x. In the similar way, R2 and R3 also. So what we can do, we will add, I am applying the operation on R1 and I will add all the rows to R1. So 4 plus So students, if you see such questions where the rows and columns have equal, the positions are different but the elements are similar, we will suggest that to add all the elements either row wise or column wise, because you get a common element here. So here the common element is 12 minus x. So I can take out 12 minus x from my determinant. It will become 1, 1, 1. 4 minus x, and the other rows will become non-changed, will be unchanged. So students, I can expand my determinant here from row 1, but I can do one more thing. I can subtract this 1 from 1, it will become 0. I can subtract this 1 from 1, it will become 0, and my determinant will become smaller. So if I have to subtract this 1 from 1, I have to subtract column 1 and column 2. So I am applying the operation on column 1. So what I am doing is column 1 minus column 2. Also, I am applying the operation on column 2. What I am doing is column 2 minus column 3. So let's see. First, 12 minus x is a common factor. 1 minus 1 will be 0. So only column 1 and column 2 will be affected. Column 3 will remain same. 4 minus x minus 4 plus x will give out to be minus 2x. Again 4 minus x minus 4 minus x will give out to be, let's see, 4 minus x minus 4 plus x, it will give out to be 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 4 plus x minus 4 plus x will give out 2x, and 4 minus x minus 4 plus x will give out to be minus 4 minus x will give out to be minus 2x, and the last column will remain unchanged. Now you can see the determinant has become much simpler. Now we will expand it by row 1. So I already have 12 minus x. So first element is 0. I will multiply any term with 0, it will become 0. Second element is also 0. I multiply any of the term, it will be 0, it will become 0. So only the last term is left. So in the last term I will hide this and this. So minus 2x into minus 2x is 4x square, minus 0 is equals to 0. Determinant की वैल्यू मेरे पास क्या है 0. So it will become 12 minus x, 4x square is equals to 0. Either 12 minus x will be we can do it either by expanding or by using the properties. Let's first take LHS. So LHS is 1 1 1 YZ ZX XY Y plus Z Z plus X X plus Y. If we will expand the determinants, if we will expand this determinant and if we will expand this determinant, the answers of the determinants will be equal. But expanding this determinant will be difficult. The calculations will be difficult. So in this also we will apply the properties. Here you can see that this is 1, and this is 1. If I subtract this row from this row, this will become 0. If I subtract this row from this row, this will also become 0. Let's see. So I am applying the operation on R1. I am doing R1 minus R2. Similarly, I am applying the operation on R2. I am saying I have to subtract R2 from R3. Now the operations are on R1 and R2. We can only apply 2 operations at a time, not more than 2 operations, and by go R3 will remain unchanged. So 1 minus 1 will be 1 minus 1. R1 में से R2 subtract करना will be 0. YZ minus ZX. Y plus Z minus Z minus X. So this will be 0. YX ZX into XY. Z plus X minus Y. So the third row will become unchanged. So Z will get cancelled out here, X and X will get cancelled out here. If you will observe this, I can take out X common from here. This will become Y minus X. I can take out X common from here. It will become Z minus Y. This is XY. This will become Y minus X. Z minus Y. X plus Y. Now you can see I can take out Y minus X common from this row and Z minus Y from this row. How? 0 और 0, 0 का factor तो हर number होगा ही ना बेटा. So here it comes out to be Y minus X Z minus Y. It's only left with 0 0 1 Z X X Y X minus Y minus X. So this will become 1 1 and X plus Y. इसमें से Y minus X कॉमन ले लिया, इसमें से Z minus Y कॉमन ले लिया. So now I can easily expand this determinant. Now I can expand it with row 1. So the first element is 0, so it will become 0 only. Next is Z. So it will be X plus Y into 0 is 0, 1 into 1 is minus 1, plus 1. So this will be minus Z because it is the second element. Minus 1, I will hide these two. X into Y, this will be minus X. So the answer will be Z minus X. After solving the question, we got LHS as this. Let's solve RHS. square. Again, if I subtract row 1, row 2, row 3, row 2, then you can see these terms will become zeros. Let's solve this. So I am applying it on row 1 minus row 2. I am applying it on row 2 minus row 3. I can only apply 2 operations at a time. So this will become 0, x minus y, x square minus y square. This will be 1, y minus z, y square minus z square, 1, z. The third will remain same. So students, here we can see that this has become the formula of a square minus b square, which can be written as a minus b brackets a plus b. So I can write it as a minus b, a plus b. Similarly, a minus b, a plus b. Now you can see, this will become 0. Now you can see, you can take out x minus y common from here and y minus z common from here. So this will become 0, 0, 1. 1, 1 z, x plus y, y plus z, z square. So now students, we can simply expand this determinant, or we can apply one more property here, that is r1 minus r2. You can see this term will become 0. Moreover, we will get a simpler form here. So let's see, I am applying it on r1. I am doing r1 minus r2. So it will become x minus y, y minus z, 0, 0 minus 0 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0, x plus y minus y minus z, other will not change, here it's z square. So y and y get cancelled out and the left term is x minus z. So students, I can simply take out x minus z from here because other two terms are 0. So it becomes x minus y, y minus z, x minus z, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1 z, 1 y plus z, z square. Now so the determinant have become very simple now. We simply have to expand the determinant. So first and second elements are 0. We will directly go to the third element. So I will hide this. Z into 0 is 0 minus 1. So now I am left with one negative sign and this. If you will observe carefully, these are LHS and RHS are equal, only the negative signs. This is y minus x, this is x minus y. This is z minus y, this is y minus z, only negative sign different. So first of all, I will multiply this negative with this term. So this will become x minus y, y minus z, z minus x. x के साथ नेगेटिव आ जाएगा, z के साथ जब नेगेटिव आएगा, नेगेटिव नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव. I can also take out negative common from here, minus 1 y minus x into minus 1 z minus y, z minus x. We know that minus 1 into minus 1 will become 1 only. So this will become this. So now my the question is proved. So students,